second, maximum 60 seconds, so we could leave a room for everyone. So we can know everyone here in the classroom. Please go ahead, Lana.
Definitely. So hi, I'm Lana Abbasi. I'm currently I've just started my third year in physics at King Abdulaziz University. The reason I joined physics was basically to, have a career in astrophysics after, hopefully. I'm very interested and excited about space, and I found this opportunity, the ideal opportunity to really be able to connect and interact with people who are specialized in the space sector. I'm currently working on a space debris removal project, and I've had previous research experiences in astroparticle physics. There were many participations I've had, including 2 participations at ISIF, which is the International Science and Engineering Fair, and many other. So this is me basically. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Lana.
Amazing. Thank you. Anybody else who wants to tell us what they're doing? This is a great opportunity to introduce yourself to people around you. Darlene, why don't you come in and tell us a bit about you?
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Taline Al-Ghamdi, and I'm from Jeddah. I'm currently just joined the King Abdulaziz University, and I'm studying communication and media. So I've joined this program inspired of the amazing lectures that I've heard of on Twitter, and I'm mostly interested in space, that's why. And I plan to learn a lot more about it and make it a big part of my journey in the future.
Amazing, Darlene. Okay, we've got a chance for maybe 2 more people to come in and talk about them, and then we're going to start. So anybody else who would like to tell us? Is there anybody here from a business background? Who's studying business? Yeah, Lana, come forward. Tell us what you're studying in business and why space interested you.
Hi, this is Lana Dasari. I'm studying business, especially MIS in IAU University, Imam Abdurrahman bin Faisal. I was interested in space and digital learning, so that I joined this course.
Amazing. Fantastic. Okay, 1 more person. Anybody else? And then we're going to start. Anybody else want to tell us about what they do? Any of the guys?
Actually, I want to introduce myself.
Yeah, sure, Afnan. Come forward.
Hello, everyone. I am Afnan Mahran. I am a fresh graduate from Imam Abdurrahman bin Faisal University with a major of artificial intelligence. I have a great interest in the space, and I have heard a lot about the amazing lectures that is conducted by the Metavisionaries. So I take the opportunity and participate in this week. And I would like to thank you all for being here, and nice to meet you. Thank you.
Fantastic, Afnan. And thank you so much for joining. I know everybody's talking about artificial intelligence and so on. So that's absolutely great. All right. Okay. So it's 8:28. We're going to start. And what we'll do is we'll leave some time for everybody to talk and connect. So with that, me and Mohammed, inshallah, will start. So first of all, I want to welcome everybody to this session, and welcome to the Metavisionaries Academy. A bit about the Metavisionaries. This was co-founded by myself. My co-founder is actually in the room behind you, Ihab al-Sumanudi, but he's currently suffering from the British cold. So we're just going to let him rest his voice, but he is around, and he'll be around over the coming weeks for you guys to connect. He's my mentor, my big brother. And also the company was co-founded by Dr. James Green, the former chief scientist of NASA, and Dr. Tara Rutley, who is the chief scientist at Orbital Reef. And the academy itself, we had Trudy Hugenboom, who was a lead teacher, program lead at Astronova, schools that were started by Elon Musk. In fact, one of the lecturers that you're going to encounter who's doing the data management courses, Dan Larkis, is one of the first Elon Musk hired when he set up Astronova schools, and his classes are very, very popular. So with that, I want to tell you the whole goal of the Academy is to build capacity globally, but we're very, very honored to be working with all of you here from Saudi. And this event was graciously sponsored by Babris Jamil, and Mohammed, who works in Abdul Latif Jamil, is here to address you and encourage. And with that, Mohammed, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you very much, Wasim, and I would like to thank all the participants for taking the chance and being here. I think this is by itself. I would love to congratulate you for dedicating some time for your knowledge and upscaling your knowledge, especially in the space. We heard some of you, it's an amazing profile, and it's very great. If you can see, all of you have different background and different university major, this is one of the main things, is to bond, to know each other, to learn from each other. And today we are collaborating with Metavisionaries, as you can see, inshallah, with bringing the best space science to you. I would like also to highlight, as we can all see now, Division 2030 has recently also announced of supporting that science and technology as part of the 2030. And space science, it's essential, as we can see here. Lucky you're being the first founding cohort for Metavisionaries cohort for the space science, and collaborating with Babris Jamil Community Jamil Saudi. And we all have known in the past few months the space trip that went with Ali Al-Gharni, Rihanna Barnawi. So it's happening now, and hopefully we see some of you, inshallah, in the space. And we really encourage you, inshallah, after completing this course, to fill up a feedback, to tell us about your experience, know more, because we really care about bringing you the best initiatives from educational, experience, and practical. Bidnillah. Thank you, Wasim.
Thank you, Mohammed. And what I'd like to do is just quickly have a discussion about Abdul Latif Jamil and the whole organization and the culture and the values. So Mohammed, tell us, obviously it's a company that's been established with over 75 years of history. When it comes to the future of work, what is the culture you find in your workplace, and how do you see technology and innovation being included in that culture, and what advice would you give these students?
Thank you, Wasim. And allow me, I'm still getting familiar with the system to mute and unmute myself. Please let me know if there is a short. Yeah. Yes. Well, in general, with the main philanthropy we have is Community Jamil السعودية, اللي هي ما تسمى بمجتمع جميل السعودية. One of our initiatives, which is only 5 years back and more, is Bab Rizq Jamil, which is meant for supporting young people to help them to find an income opportunity, job creation, competency developments. This is one of the main pillars in Bab Rizq Jamil, where we can help the community to find out, to excel and enhance their knowledge and skills in order to find a better job opportunity or a source of income. As you all now see, that technology is taking a huge part in the entire world. And we are using it, utilizing it to be more agile, doing things in a smart way better than a hard way. اليوم after بفضل الله وحده today we have almost helped more than 400,000 beneficiaries from Bab Rizq Jameel in job creation تحديدا. You know what? I'll just share a screen really quick if you allow me, if that's possible.
Yes, it is. By the way, what Mohammed is doing, one of the things I'd like you all to do is use this opportunity to ask about Mohammed, how the workplace is changing, and ask where you see space fitting in, where you see AI space fitting in. I mean, these are industry leaders. ALJ is an industry leader, so this is your opportunity to connect with them. Also, ask about careers and opportunity. This is why we're in this session. Go for it, Mohammed.
Absolutely. Okay, I'll just continue because as I mentioned, I'm having a hard time sharing it. So just a second. Yes. So today Mr. Wasim and Metavisionaries team will take you through the entire schedule that you have, inshallah, for this camp. There is a great leaders, educators you will be meeting today, and for your entire journey in this space camp. So this is by itself, it's a great opportunity for you guys to engage with worldwide global educator specialized in the space science, where you can learn, upscale your knowledge specifically within the space science. So I would encourage you all to utilize as question, utilize all the experience to go back to your own benefits. I'll talk about our sixth pillar in Community Jameel تحديدا, which is we have 7 different pillars we are working on, which is competency development, I mentioned earlier, the women empowerment, community well-being, entrepreneur advancements, the environmental and climate change, humanitarian initiatives, and education continuous development or education developments. And today, by having Bab Rizq Jameel sponsoring this.
Mr. Mohammed?
Yes?
Excuse me, we cannot see your screen in case you are sharing.
Okay.
So if you just need to click on share a screen at the top left corner from the menu that you can see. But at the moment, none of us can see your screen.
Okay, thank you for informing me. I'll just try again to share it.
If you can't, Mohammed, then you can just speak. It's fine.
Let me just stop sharing the screen, so the logo, so you can share yours.
Excellent. I think
you just need to click on start sharing.
yes, the contact from the web itself is not clear. So I'll just put that.
Yes, it's fine, Mohammed. You can. It's
Thank
not
you
an
for
issue.
informing. Yes, no worries. So continuing about so in Bab Rizq Jameel, since 2015 we started with we almost created more than 400,000 job opportunity. Walillah alhamd, bifadlillah. And today, that's back in 2015, having different campaigns. انت تقدر لو فاتن in way different campaign that meant to be for competency development and job creation. So today we are upscaling this by having a collaboration with Metavisionaries for the space camp, which is الهدف الرئيسي منه. أنا excuse me Wasim, I'll speak in Arabic and in English little bit, as long all the students are Arabic speaker, correct me?
Yeah, please go ahead in Arabic.
Yes. فاليوم الله يعطيكم العافية شباب، الهدف الأساسي هو تمكين الشباب السعودي وتأهيلهم لاكتساب مهارات مع متطلبة مع سوق العمل في مجال علوم الفضاء. فاليوم if you look at it يعني علوم الفضاء ما هي متواجدة كثير، فهي فرصة مميزة اليوم إنه تنموا مهاراتكم تحديدا في مجال علوم الفضاء، وهي هذه الآن إحنا سوينا رعاية ل100 شخص إن شاء الله بإذن الله عشان يلتحقوا في الدورتين هذه المكثفة عبر الواقع الافتراضي اللي مدتها أسبوعين. فبالعكس إحنا وينكارج يعني خليكم حريصين أنكم تستفيدوا من هذه التجربة، تشاركونا التجربة بكل خلينا نقول إيجابياتها وسلبياتها، عشان إن شاء الله بإذن الله نقدر نطور منها ونقدر نرعى برامج أكثر اللي هي تصب في تنمية الشباب السعودي بإذن الله. طبعا هذا التعاون يجي انطلاقا من سعي باب رزق جميل لتمكين الجيل القادم، يعني من المبتكرين من المهتمين. انتم اليوم كونكم جيتوا اليوم هنا وكرستوا وقت من جدولكم، هذا دليل انكم انتم عندكم الرغبة في التطوير والرغبة في المعرفة، وهذا شيء جدا جميل. اليوم حتى يعني ربنا سبحانه وتعالى بيقول ويرفع الله الذين آمنوا منكم والذين أوتوا العلم درجات. فطلب العلم جدا ضروري، طلب العلم فيه يعني ترقية للنفس اليوم. غير ذلك اليوم ضمن أحدث محاور التنمية اللي أضيفت للاستراتيجية لرؤية المملكة 2030 عفوا، هي دعم العلوم والتقنية في المملكة، وتتماشى هذه المبادرة مع هذا الشيء اللي هي دعم العلوم والتقنية. طبعا هذه كلها يعكس في النهوض في الاقتصادي والمعرفي والتعليم الرقمي كمان. هذه الآن احنا يعني متواكبين مع التعليم الرقمي اللي حاصل وتنمية القيمة الاقتصادية لقطاع الفضاء إن شاء الله. إن شاء الله بإذن الله هذه حتكون في دورات، مجموعة من الدورات متنوعة من مواضيع علوم فضاء مثل علوم البيانات، علوم الأحياء الفلكية، تقنية الأقمار الصناعية. اليوم حيكون المشاركين يتوصلوا لأحدث ما توصل إليه العلوم والتقنية في مواجهة التحديات الاستدامة in sustainability in general. فونس أجين إحنا نسعد ونفتخر بالشراكة مع أكاديمية Metavisionaries اللي تعرف بنهجها التعليم المبتكر والساعية لتعزيز الابتكار وتنمية مهارات جديدة في مجالات الفضاء والتقنيات الناشئة. فكل التوفيق والنجاح إن شاء الله لكم، أو يعني wish you all the best in your next journey. Once again يعني مشاركتكم رأيكم وتجربتكم جدا ضرورية إن شاء الله إنه نقدر نرعى ونبتكر مع شركاء تنفيذيين معانا برامج قيمة تهدف في رفع وتنمية الشباب السعودي بإذن الله. شكرا جزيلا. Thank you, Wasim.
Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you so much for that. And with that, congratulations to all of you. Really looking forward to you taking part over this next couple of weeks. And with that, if you have questions for Mohammed in terms of careers in Abdul Latif Jameel, why they decided to get involved with this, like this is the time to ask questions. So one by one, if you want to come forward, we have, and then we'll take a group picture in about 5 minutes. So we have a question from, come forward, Lena. That way, yeah, there you go.
I wanted to ask, are there many job opportunities for the space field here in Saudi?
Currently, yes, with the new Saudi Space Commission, or sorry, with the new Saudi Space Agency, which was the Saudi Space Commission. The agency is creating a lot of new job opportunities. So, for example, you can join them for starting like the space ecosystem in your country. And also you can join us with Metavisionaries, because we are starting new programs and stuff that Mr. Wasim can tell you more about at the Space Innovation Lab in KAUST. So there are a lot of opportunities at the kingdom. So it's great. It's what is happening in your country at the moment.
Lena, come forward. Come closer to us so you can get a shot, right? Let me explain the context for you. So space traditionally has been a sector which is, so the space agencies have been the dominant force, what we call all space when it comes to the future of jobs. So yes, Saudi now has formerly Saudi Space Commission, now Saudi Space Agency, just like other countries around the world, right? But the key here is not just space agencies. The job sector is going to be defined by yourselves, right? What kind of startups, what kind of solutions you want to provide. So the future of space cannot just be space agencies. It's also got to be companies, organizations, communities. So if everybody's not involved, there will be no space market. So one of the reasons we're working together and collaborating with Barbrix Jamil is because we realize that space is going to play a fundamental part in terms of logistics, in terms of weather changes, extreme environments, how we communicate, agriculture. So now all of a sudden your scope for what you can do has completely widened. So in terms of job opportunities, don't just look at what is already out there or what we consider old space. How could you work with a company like Abdul Latif Jamil, or how could you work with other companies out there, right? So think of it from this perspective. You have to create the sector. It's not just a space agency, or it's not even just academia. Companies will be sending astronauts to space in the future. In fact, I see over the next decade, majority of astronauts will come from companies as opposed to countries. Why do you think that is? Can anybody answer? Why do you think we feel that more companies will be sending astronauts to space?
No, I'm not sure.
Maybe doing an experiment
Yes, doing
for their
experiments.
products.
Correct. That's it, Lila. You've got it. So these companies, space is the future of a future frontier. Every organization will at some element have to get involved in it. So they will have their own innovation departments, and therefore they'll do their own research. They'll be building their own opportunities. So Lena, that's a great answer. Well, both of you, and a good question. So imagine that the insulin pen that we put into our arms for people with diabetes, it was researched on the space station. Apixaban, which is a anticoagulant drug, was researched on the space station. But let's look at the automotive industry. The 3D carbon composites on the Lamborghini car, they were also researched on the space station. The Goodyear tire, the brand, the zinc morphologies, the gel zinc morphologies, they were also researched on the space station. So there's multiple uses, right? So you've got to create the industry. It's not, even if you're a lawyer, you have a job in the space industry, but you'll have to understand the technology. So it really changes the whole perspective. So great question, Lena. Anybody else who's got a question?
Thank you.
No problem. Who else has a question for Mohammed or myself? Yeah, come on through, come forward.
Allow me, just inspire us with what you mentioned. Absolutely. Additional to that, I believe today the space science, the Space Commission itself in Saudi Arabia is something new. The more you educate yourself, the more you take an opportunity to educate, to enhance your knowledge within the space science, you're being one of the niche people who are being educated and learning from top education provider here in Saudi Arabia. So اللي بفهمكم هو انه انتم اليوم بتكونوا متميزين وبتطوروا من نفسكم من your profile itself كونكم بتشاركوا في هذه الاشياء. once يكون في فرص وظيفيه، فرص رياديه في الفضاء، حتكونوا من القله اللي already انتم بنيتوا في ملفكم الشخصي عن علوم الفضاء. فدائما بالعكس، يعني صح اننا نفكر ايش في فرص قدامنا، لكن ايضا كونكم اليوم من الاوائل as a founding class, as one of the newest in getting this education، هذه لوحدها قيمه باذن الله، وراح تضيف لكم في ملفكم الشخصي والعلمي. Thank you, Osim.
No problem. Afnan, you had a question? Forward. Come forward, we can't hear you.
Can you please come quickly closer to the scene?
Yeah. What was your question? And it's really noisy where you are. Do you want to send us a message on WhatsApp, and then I'll read out the. All right, sorry, that was a bit. So can someone from the team look for the question Afnan sends in the group, and we can answer it? So we'll do one more question, and then we're going to take a picture. Anybody else? Think about it. What is the advantage of businesses getting involved with this industry? Think about how your options expand considerably, right? So anybody else got a question?
Yeah, I have a question.
Can you please come forward?
Sure, Lina.
What the most promising and innovation technologies that you will believe that shape the future of space exploration and colonization?
Great question. What is the technology that will change the shape and influence the future of space and frontier technologies? Mohammed, shall I take that, or did you want to also respond to that?
Please go ahead, Lucian.
Sure. So I'll tell you one of the things that changed everything. AI has always existed, at least machine learning and so on. But what happened last November was a fundamental shift in how we utilize technology in our daily lives, right? Remember, the mobile phone already changed our lives. The smartphone, the iPhone, when it came out, it completely transformed the way we communicate, the way we deal with our personal relationships, professional relationships, and so on. So we already had that. Now, when AI came in the mass public sphere, from your professors to your business leaders to people on the tills in the supermarkets, everybody was talking about it. That was a fundamental shift. Okay, so AI is going to really help the way we learn, the way we collaborate, and the way solutions are formed. And that means everything in terms of time scale is going to decrease. So speed, the fundamental thing that you need to think about right now, everything is going to happen so fast. And not only is it going to happen so fast, you're going to be able to have multiple knowledge sources, and you'll be able to learn topics in a much quicker time from a multitude of different perspectives. And that means with more knowledge, you'll be able to collaborate with a whole different group of people, which will increase the speed in which we utilize solutions. So that's the way to look about it. So anything to do with space solutions, whether you're looking at climate control or whether you're looking at traveling to the moon, AI is going to be one of the biggest factors that helps quicken that process, just because the speed at which you're able to do things is going to be much quicker. I hope that answered your question. All right. Anybody else? Because the class is going to start in 9 minutes. I'd love for us all to get together and have a group picture. If that's okay. Mohammed, did you want to have any last words?
Wasim, before we finish the round of questions, Afnan is asking on the WhatsApp group. It's saying, I'm soon to be graduated with a bachelor's degree in physics. So how we as fresh graduates without much experience can add to this industry, and where is the best parts of the industry for us to participate in and work?
Fantastic question, Afnan. Afnan, this course is not really a course. It's more of a place where you get to build a network and connect. So when we designed this and when we approached Ababakr Jamil, this setting that you're in, right? You are being taught by industry leaders. You're connecting with people who've been in industry in a very long period. For example, the former chief scientist of NASA, Jim Green, has been there 42 years. So normally the traditional model was you study, you do a degree, you now do your master's, you then do your PhD, then your supervisor will connect you to a company, and 10, 15 years of your life just go like that. Today, you can connect with anybody, anywhere in the world. You can get that industry experience literally sitting in your bedroom, right? So these are the advantages of technologies like these, right? It is now able to connect you with people you can get involved with projects. We sent one of the first cubes for Saudi to space before even the AX2 mission. And we were able to do that by bringing collaborators around the world to come quickly and build this cube, and healthcare professionals, who were able to do that. In fact, Scott's here as well. Hey, Scott.
Hello.
Scott, I'm kind of putting you on a spot here, but one of the students had a question: how, if you've just graduated today, how previously you'd graduate with a BSc or bachelor's, you do a master's, a PhD, but these kind of environments like these, connecting you to industry leaders, how can you shorten the time scale to get involved with projects using technologies like these and connecting with industry leaders like yourself?
That's a great question. There are some payload opportunities aboard the ISS that people around the world can participate in. Things like KiboCube and Genes in Space and NanoRacks, and we'll talk about those in the Introduction to the International Space Station course.
Amazing. So Afnan, thank you. Now, what I'd like to ask is, as Scott is here as well, can we take a group picture together? If everybody is here, if you want to join, if you want to come around us, and those who are recording and taking pictures, stay at the back. Ehab, if you want to join us. Scott, do you want to get in the picture with us? That'd be great. So Scott, let me introduce you to Mohammed. Mohammed, this is Scott. Mohammed is representing Abdul Latif Jamil, specifically Barbaris Jamil, who sponsored these sessions, Scott. And Scott is one of our resident experts who will be talking about the International Space Station. So why don't we all get in and stand in a line? So if I stand here in the middle, we have Isha next to me. We have Mohammed next to us. So everybody position yourselves so you all get in. And Usman, could you please help manage people so that you get it right and guide everybody? Because I can't see the...
Maya, can you go forward, please? You're not in the picture. Can you go among the group? I think Maya is unavailable right now. Okay, I'll just leave him aside. Okay, guys, if you can stand next to each other. Yeah, Maya, yes, please. Anyone else left behind? Sahar, you as well. You can join in as well. Woman, you can take a picture as well with me.
Are we able to say cheese?
Yes, just let me get all of you in line.
We will be. Do you want to come over side?
Can you move a bit, like spread out a little bit, because you guys can't see each other. Just a bit.
So guys, spread out a bit. Mohammed, if you want to come forward. Scott, if you want to come forward. Ehab, if you want to come next to Mohammed and me. That's it. Mohammed, if you want to stand. Maya, if you move slightly to the side. Guys, give it a bit more space, right? So there's equal. Scott, if you want to come forward to Ehab and myself and Mohammed. Perfect. Okay. So Ehab and Scott are next to each other. Mohammed, if you want to stand next to Ehab, just right here. So if you come here. So everybody, you're facing this way, all right?
Yeah, just,
all right.
Just
okay.
Face towards me. Towards Usman.
Perfect. All right.
Okay. Wasim, you can go
okay.
in
All right.
Okay. Wasim, can you come next
Perfect.
to Scott a little bit towards the left?
There you go.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, just let me get the camera ready. Everyone, please stay still.
And just say 3, 2, 1 and picture, and do that a couple of times so we know.
And I'll take different angles as well. So this is the first from the front. 3, 2, 1. Cheese.
Cheese.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I'm going to take from the side angle now.
Yeah, and if everybody can do the clap, that would be brilliant.
Yes, just look at me, everyone. 3, 2, 1. 0.
All right. We're done?
Yeah, thank you guys.
Fantastic. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy the classes. Mohammed, thank you so much. First of all, from us, the Metavisionaries, and everybody, first of all, thank you for supporting this initiative. And most importantly, thank you also for coming in this morning and inspiring the students. And we really look forward to this collaboration and hopefully inspiring the whole generation to take part in this new frontier.
Inshallah. Thank you very much, Mr. Wasim, and thank you all for being here. And all the best. Good luck in your next educational journey in the space science with Metavisionaries. And it was a pleasure to meet you also, Mr. Scott.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you. All right, guys, get ready for the lecture. Mohammed, are you going to see some of the lecture?
I'll be attending some of that. I'll be sitting on the classroom up there. And
all right.
Thank you very much.
No problem. All right, guys. So if everybody wants to get ready, so Scott can be ready to teach. Welcome to your first session with the ISS. Looking forward to